At 3 o'clock on the afternoon of March 16, 1945, the 13th Marines fired their last artillery rounds on Iwo Jima. The enemy pocket in the north had become so compressed and American infantry so close that continued fire was no longer safe. 3 hours later, the island was officially declared secure. The fighting, however, was not over. This film was made the following day, D+26. Its slate carries the order CSMO Close Station, Marching Order. For the gun crews, it meant break down the position and prepare to move. For the last forward observers returning from the front, it marked a strange boundary. Their part of the battle was ending while rifle companies were still entering the island's final ravine. To understand what was ending, go back to D-Day. The 13th Marines brought 4 artillery battalions to Iwo Jima. The 3rd Battalion landed first, at 2 in the afternoon, through surf and volcanic ash that trapped overloaded amphibious trucks. Within 20 minutes, one section of 105mm howitzers had registered. By 5:45, every piece was ready to support the assault on Mount Suribachi. One of G Battery's guns was Glamour Gal. A separate Marine film called her story 10 Men and a Gun. But a gun crew was never only a gun crew. Captain James McDermott, an artillery liaison officer from G Battery, repeatedly moved into exposed positions to direct fire close to Marine lines. A sniper killed him on March 3rd. Private First Class Everett Reynolds of the same battery was killed 8 days later. The names painted on the howitzers gave personality to machines. The casualty lists restore the people behind them. Artillery power depended on an entire system. Forward observers located targets. Telephone wire and radios carried corrections. Fire direction centers turned those corrections into data for the guns. Tractors dragged the heavy 105s across ground where men could not. Trucks and amphibious vehicles carried shells from beaches and dumps to the batteries. The scale was enormous. On March 6th alone, 11 Marine artillery battalions fired about 20,000 rounds of 75 and 105mm ammunition, plus 2,500 rounds of 155mm ammunition during 2 major preparations. Every box lifted and every shell handled belonged to that chain. When the final order to move came, crews had to reverse it, collect equipment, load ammunition, account for weapons, and make the battery mobile again. From the first afternoon ashore to the last rounds on March 16th, those batteries had steadily moved their fire northward with the infantry. Each new position required fresh observation, new telephone lines, surveyed gun locations, and another flow of ammunition. While the artillery prepared to leave, the 5th Marine Division was still closing on the last organized defenses. On March 17th, the 1st Battalion, 26th Marines reached the north coast, then turned southwest into a gorge, roughly 700 yards long. Hidden machine guns and rifles covered its broken ground. The infantry battalions that entered this final fight averaged only about 16 officers and 300 of the enlisted men who had landed with them. Supply had also become desperate on the Japanese side. A message intercepted on March 21st reported 5 days without food or water, but insisted that fighting spirit remained high. The Japanese cargo parachute preserved in this reel is evidence of the material world surrounding that struggle. Its exact origin and contents are not identified, so it should not be made to tell more than the record supports. Captured objects mattered because intelligence on northern Iwo Jima was always incomplete. Maps and aerial photographs could not fully describe ridges, caves, and folds in the ground. Engineers produced thousands of special map transparencies, while observers compared what they saw with charts and photographs to plan fire. Earlier in the battle, a captured Japanese map confirmed a powerful defensive area ahead of the 9th Marines, although even that map did not reveal its full extent. The map in this film cannot be identified as the same one. It belongs instead to a broader process. Every document, projectile, and unfamiliar component was examined for information. Organized resistance in the northern pocket ended only after days of close fighting. On March 26th, a final Japanese attack struck Marine rear areas. This reel therefore records more than withdrawal. It captures the moment when the guns fell silent before the battle itself was finished, and preserves the labor, intelligence, and human cost that made their fire possible. If you enjoy these restored films, please subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps our channel. Thank you for your support.